I've worked in the Houston community for over 30 years. It takes all of us maximizing our resources, community-based nonprofit organizations, healthcare organizations, to build the health of a community.
Long-time supporters for HCSIA.
The foundation helped build the infrastructure for tobacco policy advocacy across the country by funding statewide coalitions. They didn't involve a lot of communities of color, and so the foundation decided to shift the focus towards the populations that were impacted by smoking.
How you doing?
The minority community, a lot of these folks, they're bussers, they're servers in smoky bars and restaurants and places like that. Secondhand smoke kills people. They're getting sick. And whether they get asthma, whether they get chronic sinusitis, they get sinus infections, they don't have insurance. I've got one in here that's like 25 years old with lung cancer.
Creating a smoke-free environment would lead to the health of the community that we were serving. And we made a commitment to educate and talk about what we could do to bring about a smoke-free ordinance in Houston. We kept to that commitment.
HCSIA is Houston Communities for Safe Indoor Air. They represented the Mexican American, African American, Asian American, and Native American communities. This is our first ad campaign, the Secondhand Smoke Kills. One of our priorities was in all of our ads to make sure that everything's translated. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How's everything?
Oh, busy. All of our communities are very concerned about this secondhand smoke. Why don't we get together and think of something?
I did this to show people to be tobacco-free, and it's not good for your lungs.
We did try to bring some creativity to our education. We spent time at parades. We had a 3K walk. We did those things that showed that the community was interested. And when you're working on an issue that doesn't involve money, you better have people.
I'm here to represent the Vietnamese Cultures and Science Association in support of the smoking ordinance.
Support the smoke-free ordinance on behalf of my patrons who are employed by restaurants, bars, and other segments of the hospitality industry.
I think you should not be afraid of changing cultural norms. We can do it. We have done it in the past.
Thank you.
We had a lot of pushback from businesses, but when we finally got down to the real core of the issue, that this was poisoning the air and that people literally die from secondhand smoke, then people had to just go with the rationale of it.
City Council has voted to outlaw smoking in most indoor public places.
We're working together. We're making law. This is good law.
Look what grassroots can do.
HCSIA is not just there for the cameras and the lights. They're there for the continuum of whatever movement they're involved with.
We were able to accomplish our objective. So we want other people in the state to reap the benefits.
This is our opportunity as young people, as people who really care about our community, to make an impact.
It's very seldom where you can go into a community and there's just one issue. And we went through a process, much like what we did with the tobacco policy change process, to look at how we could have an effective role in reducing childhood obesity. The community members were able to see that their voice means something and that empowered the community to know that they can make a difference.
The Childhood Obesity Initiative for HCSIA is set around Emancipation Park. One of the goals is to increase the traffic at the park, looking at how we can be healthier and how we can live well. There's a tennis court, there's a volleyball court. There's absolutely everything here for any young person to be involved and to be physically active.
The focus really has been to engage a new core of advocates from the communities that are hardest hit by a whole array of issues.
We were addressing the smoking issue in addition to obesity and physical activity.
Do you think that maybe this could kind of be a gateway?
Education is always the primary step when you want to move to advocacy.
The voices of the people are the voices that matter, and with the coalitions from all over, those are voices that just can't be ignored.